So we're going to jump right into the products. So I'm going to start with my favorite. This one right here is my favorite.
Yeah, it's the one I take every day.
The Core Complete. Talk about the ingredients and why this, for me, it's so hard when I go to talk to somebody about our products. I can't even say multivitamin. It's such an understatement.
It's a super understatement. I have the same feeling about Core because I like the name Core Complete, because it really is the nutritional core of any program you should start with. I don't care if you're doing weight loss or if you've got some degenerative disease or whatever the issue is, you should be taking Core Complete because it's your nutritional components that your body needs to survive on every day. So it's not just multivitamins, but there are minerals in there as well. There's trace minerals. And I want to start by saying that this is not your typical multivitamin in the fact that you're going to read all these Chem Lab project ingredients like thiamine monohydrate, people say is vitamin B1, right? And folic acid is folate. And they're not the same thing. This is a whole food multivitamin. This is food sourced, food derived. It's got superfood blends in it that, when analyzed, have the nutrient content that is listed on your label. In fact, just today I took a question. Somebody was saying, what type of chromium are you using? Is it chromium polynicotinate or chromium picolinate? And I was happy to say, neither. We have a food source of chromium. Chromium comes from like zucchini seeds. It can be found, and manganese is also high in zucchini seeds and pumpkin seeds and stuff like that. So the chromium that we're using, actually ours comes from a nutritional yeast and a fermentation process. So it's not picolinate or polynicotinate or any of these kind of Chem Lab project names. Or for example, our magnesium is not magnesium oxide. That's what most supplements use, but that's actually, I don't know if you know the process of making chrome bumpers. It's actually a nickel and a magnesium oxide. So no, this does not contain car bumpers or nails or like iron oxide, which most supplement companies use again. We have food-based ingredients in the core. But because they're food, we also have amino acids. We also have polyphenols and other antioxidants that are in the foods naturally. It has enzymes in it because it's not a heat process in producing this product. And we actually list the activity of enzymes that we have in here. We have quite a high amount of enzymes in the product. So it's not just a multivitamin. It's really super fruits, super veggies, amino acids, enzymes, trace minerals, probiotics. We have probiotics in there as well. We have all the omegas because we use 100% whole salmon oil. We don't have omega-3. We have omega-3, 6, 7, and 9, and astaxanthin, because omega-3 is just an extract. There's no such thing as omega-3 fish swimming around the ocean, right? You see fish and you have fish oil, and we use a whole fish oil that contains all the omegas. So that's what makes Core Complete unique.
It's awesome too, and I recognize that because my whole life I've never been able to take a multivitamin without getting violently sick,
stomach aches,
nauseous, and this every single morning. This is our family's staple. I won't even tell you what we go through in our household of Core Complete. It would probably scare most people.
Yeah, if you can eat food, you can take Core Complete.
Yep. I've got all of our family members on it. Sometimes if we're having maybe a little bit of a down day, we'll take more than one.
Yeah, you can.
Love that product. Thank you.
It'd be like saying, hey, I need to have an extra meal today because I'm working out and I burn more calories.
Yeah, I try to explain to my son too that even if he's not hungry in the morning, he takes this.
Yeah.
And that gives him a little something
in
the morning.
Before they go to school, we do the same thing.
Yeah. Tell me, what are just a kind of side note for me? What are omegas good for?
Oh my goodness. Well, they're fats, and lipids are essential to our bodies. They talk about the 3 essential nutrients your body needs: proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. And actually, there's no such thing as an essential carbohydrate. I didn't know if you knew that or not. There are essential fatty acids, which are the omega fatty acids. They're essential to our bodies because our body uses those lipids to produce hormones, to produce brain cells. They're used in reproductive function. They're used to protect your cardiovascular system. Most of your glands use the fat nutrients in order to create the hormones that are the signals in your body. So essential fatty acids are essential for vision, proper hair growth. There are so many systems in our body that needs these omega fatty acids, and it's not just omega-3. If you think you only need omega-3, no, you're gravely mistaken. We need all the omega fatty acids. Now, your body can produce some of those omegas, like omega-5 and omega-7, on its own, but only if it has the right raw materials, and those raw materials are other healthy fats, which everything out there today is fat-free. Try go buying fat. Your yogurt is fat-free, your milk is fat-free, your cheese is fat-free, even though I don't know how they make cheese fat-free, but they do, because cheese is supposed to be all fat, right? But everything is fat-free or low-fat nowadays. So I don't know how they make things fat-free, but they continue to make things fat-free, and we are fat deficient, despite the fact that we as Americans are more fat than any people in society. Carbohydrates produce fat cells. When your body has excess energy that it's not burning, your body stores that as fat. But you still need to consume fat in order to be healthy. Fat cells do not make fat. That's it's a huge misconception that if people eat fat, they're gonna get fatter, and that's not true. If you eat empty carbs, you get fat. How do you fatten up a cow? Ask any farmer. You don't go feed a cow another cow to make a cow fat. You feed a cow corn or wheat or oats to get them fat. That's what you do for cattle, and that's what makes humans fat too. We eat too much of that stuff. We eat too many processed carbs.
Yeah, I remember.
Boy, I kind of went off on a tangent, didn't I?
I remember when the fat-free craze happened, and I went, oh boy.
Yeah.
So many people don't understand it's not about.
And now we have the hormonal imbalances. Younger women can't get pregnant now because their hormones are all messed up. We have an increase in Alzheimer's and dementia. There's so many systems in our body that need fat, and we're suffering the consequences of a fat-free society now.
Yeah. So one little testimonial before we go to the next product, because I know we could talk forever. My dad he's seen me in the industry for 16 years. He's seen the products that we've marketed, the products that we've used. He has this little group of friends that are all skeptical about network marketing, and he always comes every Sunday for dinner and talks to me about how funny it is. And he's never really used any of the products. He's just seen what I've done, supported what I've done. And when I started using this and understanding, he's 72, and I said, what do you take? And just an idea about my dad, he went his whole adult life without medical insurance, just paid. And he was like, we had to have a party when he got to be on Medicare because for the first time he had coverage. Awesome. He's so funny. But so I said, you need to take a bag of this home, and here's the deal. I want you to take it every single day, and if you come back in 8 days and go, oh my gosh, I can't believe how great I feel, I'm gonna put you on auto ship, you're gonna get this every month. And he said, deal. And I said, but wait a minute. If you come back in 8 days and you tell me you don't notice anything, you're still going on auto ship. Because I understand what's in there and understand what you need. Well, 3 weeks later, he comes back and he had taken the front off of, the little pouch that says Core. Had his money paper clips to it and just handed it to me for another bag. Okay. So that's a huge testimony. He's loving it. It's really been great for him.
Awesome.